welcome. Thanks for coming out on your Sunday. You know, I know you guys have a lot going on, but this is really exciting. I'm excited to talk to you about what's going on here, all right? I know a lot of you see my face around campus, and you know, we have something big on here that you guys need to hear about, all right? We have a few guest speakers here that, you know, one guy came here from California to really, you know, tell you guys what's really going on here. I'm excited about it. I got involved about 4 months ago, and it's done wonders for me, making good money in it, and it's really exciting, dude. It's something that a lot of young people will be doing in the next 3 to 5 years. That's going to be changing the way people are paid. All right, and it's a product that's geared toward us. I'm going to bring up my boy Luke. Luke's from California. He's been in it for around 10 months, and he's making a lot of money, guys. And he's under the age of 21, and he's making more money than most adults do. Okay, just doing things that we do every single day, and he's going to explain, exactly what it is that we're doing and why it's so exciting, and why we have so many people down here right now, and what's really going on here. So, Luke, take it away.
Well, first off, thanks everyone for coming out. I understand your time is valuable. So, one more time, who here has not bought Vima, it's not in the business? Okay, so I'll probably real quick. Okay, cool. So yeah, definitely make sure you have Verve. And, my advice to the newest person always, what I encourage you to do is have an open mind. Because I heard about this thing 11 months ago. I was the guy in the back of the room with my arms crossed. Really had no money in my life whatsoever. Had a really big ego, really small bank account. Saw a kid making money, and really just couldn't believe it. Human nature. You hear something that maybe sounds too good to be true? It usually is. Red flags go up, so that's normal, and understand that. But after this, go home, do your research, do your homework, check it all out, because everything will check out. But me, I'm from California. I've been traveling through this area, mostly with Penn, AJ, Rafi, Zach Boxer, Tyler Small. All these guys out here are absolutely killing the business. It's a really big team effort. Have a lot of orders over here. I got introduced to this thing. Like I said, I was skeptical 11 months ago. Went to San Diego State by a friend of mine. I blew it off. Called it a scam scheme, too good to be true, the whole 9 yards. Long story short, he got involved. Anytime your best friend's gonna get involved in something, you're gonna check it out. I did, and I got really, really excited about a way to make money. I had a job I hated. I was making $10 an hour. Long story, I met a kid just like this. Hopefully 1 or 2 people in this room see a normal ass kid making a shit ton of money, like I did 11 months ago, and decided to get serious, like these guys have. That's all it took, dude. I was like, it's bullshit. And I met a 22-year-old kid making a few $1,000s a week, Alex Morton. He'll hit $1 million a year this month, doing Verve, doing Vima. All right, I saw that and I wanted it. It was really that simple. Nobody in this room wants to make 60 grand a year, 100 grand a year, work for someone for the rest of their life. Nobody does. And if you know anybody who's wealthy that has the lifestyle you want, I guarantee you they own their own business every single time. So what this has done for me is completely changed my mindset from an employee or having someone tell you, here, this is how much you're allowed to be worth. Show up this time, you can leave it this time, and you're allowed to make this much money. Why do that? It makes absolutely no sense. It makes no sense. Just most people go do it because they think that's the only way to make money. It's actually the very worst way you can make money. If you think of the people that have the nice cars, the nice houses, the nice lifestyle you want, I guarantee you they own their own business every single time. If not, they're a doctor and they have no time to spend it. That's not a lifestyle. I'd rather have a lot of time and no money than a lot of money and no time. All right? So I saw this thing 11 months ago, and we'll let these guys touch on the company and the credibility, stuff like that. I've introduced it to 20 people in 11 months, which you guys can easily do. 20 people, 11 months. Think about your Facebook, your phone book, your Instagram, your Twitter. These are pre-built networks that we have as young people that are literally networks of people that can't find jobs, hate their jobs, spend money on Red Bull, Rockstar, Monster, 5-Hour Energy every single day, and are flat out just looking for something. You guys can easily do that. Out of the 20, 10 took it seriously, and that's the reason I now have about 4,000 orders of Verve and Vima products going through my group monthly. I'm 20 years old. At 1,200 orders, you're at a 6-figure income. I'm doing over $250,000 right now. Within the next 60 days, this thing will be paying me like $500,000 a year. I don't say that to brag, but hopefully open your mind up to the big picture, because 10 months ago, I was doing what every single person in this room is probably doing right now. Getting drunk, getting high, had no idea what I was doing. Going with the motions. None of you were stopping to think that where that's going is not probably where you want to end up. You have to understand, if you don't do something different, you're never going to get something different. Like if you go to bed broke tonight, and you go to bed not liking your lifestyle tonight, and you don't make a change in between, it's going to happen again and again and again and again and again. And what's falling into your lap right now is a really, really, really big opportunity. Like this has never happened before. You guys need to understand that. Because what successful people do, they take opportunities, make the best of them. And unsuccessful people do, they see it and they let it pass them by. I'm sure you heard your parents say, oh yeah, if I would have invested in Apple in the 90s, I'd be rich. If I would have invested in Microsoft in the 80s, I'd be rich. They didn't. If they would have been rich. You just heard of Vima in year 8. Okay, guys, what you need to understand, what we're doing has been done, just never with young people. Girls here, Herbalife. I'm sure you know who David Beckham is, right? You know who David Beckham is. He wears Herbalife across his chest. They do $5 billion a year with vitamins and proteins. Avon makeup, the girls probably know what that is too. $11 billion a year with lotion products. So if mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa could bring these networking companies to multiple billions, literally make millions of dollars, network marketing produces more millionaires each and every year in professional athletics, that caught my attention, okay? If they could do it with no Facebook, no iPhone, what do you think we're gonna do as young people? We're gonna do the same thing, except a lot faster. And that's what's happening. So guys, we're on the front end of something really big. You've heard it at the beginning. Okay, I've been doing this for 11 months. The only difference between me and the newest person is making that decision right now that you can change your life. Like these guys, sounds kind of crazy. I'm 20 years old talking about changing lives. All right, it's the truth, man. It's the truth. If you don't have someone telling you you're wrong, if you don't have someone telling you you're crazy, or with whatever you're doing, if you're not acting differently, if you're doing what everyone else is doing, you're going to get what everyone else has, which is average and mediocre every single time. Name one wealthy, successful person that wasn't called crazy. Steve Jobs, they told him he was crazy. The Wright brothers, flying over fucking the ocean in metal, nobody thought it would work, dude. Facebook, Zuckerberg, okay, same thing, had rooms like 15 people, he has 15 of your friends. Hey, I want you to do Facebook. With or without you, I'm gonna do it, it's a really good idea. 13 of his friends said no, that's not gonna work. 2 of his friends said yes, those were billions. Okay, and the other 13, they're pissed. Because everybody in this room has Facebook. So guys, we're on the front end of something that's gonna be really, really big. Real quick, let me introduce you guys, Rafi. Rafi, this kid went 0 to 52 cycles in 2 months, which if you're in Vima, you understand is moving really, really fast. Like blowing up with me and Tyler Smallman, you can hear his story, earning almost 200 a year, blowing up what we did out of the water. All right, and these guys are pioneering it here at Penn State, which I think is going to be one of the biggest schools in Vima. Whether people in this room make it happen or not, it's going to be one of the biggest schools in Vima. Because in the West Coast, dude, there's a lot of kids making a lot of money. It's kind of like doing its thing over there. Like people know what it is. There's Verve cars all over the place. It hasn't happened like that out here. And this school, dude, you could capitalize the shit out of it. You know how many international students go here? Give me a break. How many kids go to school?
40,000, 45.
40,000 kids, 1,200. You're at a 6-figure income. So start thinking, man. But real quick, let me introduce you to this guy, Rafi. Definitely take what he has to say to heart. And keep in mind, he was sitting in your position just a few months ago. And now he's making a lot of money. Obviously, we're over here, his conviction and what he thinks about the business.
Alright, what I'd like to start off with, you're in this room for a reason, The person that invited you, trusts, and respects you. He's not trying to scam you, he's not trying to sell you an energy drink. What he's trying to do is show you something that could potentially change your life. Because for me and a lot of kids up here, it has. Alright, for me, this all started back in FDU. I went to school, I had that dream of becoming a professional soccer player. Unluckily, I didn't have the money for it. I was in $20,000 worth of debt. Student loans is the #1 debt in America, surpassed credit card debt. We're in the trillions. I don't think anyone can count that high. You know what I mean? So I went back to Tom's River in my hometown, and I was broke at FDU. I knew I'd be broke at Tom's River. So, like Luke said, to get something you never had, you have to do something you never done. So I had to search for a job. I couldn't get a job. Luckily, this kid Bo Garrett hit me up on Facebook saying, "Do you want to make $500 to $1,000 a week?" And I don't know if you guys know Bo Garrett, but it could have been illegal, legal. But at the time, I was so desperate, it didn't even matter. So he jumps on Skype, sounds really excited about this thing, said brand new car, Vima, Verve, a lot of kids are making money, and right away I shut the laptop off, slid it to the side and said, "That's a scam. I hope you get your money back." I was very close-minded. Thank God this kid gives me a call. He says, "Come by, talk to a kid named Chris Peruso, a kid that's going to Penn State here, and see what this kid has to say, and literally take it to heart." I trusted the kid, so that's what really got me to this house. But, Chris Peruso blew my mind, so I went from the biggest skeptic to this is genius. So what this actually is network marketing, guys. This is the second highest paid profession in the world. This creates the most millionaires after professional sports. So, if you're not going to be the next Messi, next LeBron, you should probably try the second best thing. So, I kept telling myself this is too good to be true. Too good to be true. Things you're going to hear all the time, but what I realized that being realistic is the first step to being mediocre. How are you ever going to accomplish anything if you're just realistic? How are you ever going to make $1 million if you're just going to be realistic? So I started taking action because it doesn't matter how much drive you have, it doesn't matter how much determination. If you have nowhere to put that, it's completely useless. So I took a vehicle, it's called Vima, and I took action. Alright, action, a lot of people say they want to be very wealthy, very successful, but no one takes action actually doing it. And I have a motive, guys. My mom, she works 3 different jobs. Don't see her. My dad works 1 job, goes to sleep, don't see him. Alright, I will retire my parents. Alright, these kids, they're making a six-figure income before they can even legally drink alcohol. Guys, this is something different, guys. There's a reason why 3% own 97% of the income, because 3% they think different. Instead of working hard for your money, they let their money work hard for them. They create an asset. A lot of people think assets are cars or houses, but you're only paying for that stuff. Alright, assets are what grows. So instead of working hard for money, trading your time in for money, clocking in, clocking out, making $8 an hour, $9 an hour, $10 an hour, I'm gonna let my money work for me. That's a scary thought. No one teaches you that, because school teaches a lot, but it doesn't teach you how to make money. So what I realized, this is practical business, because you might have that Spanish test or that biology test. You might study all week for a month for that test. You might get an A, B, or C. But what did you really learn? Unless you're in Australia, practicing marine biology, or unless you're in Spain speaking Spanish. That's practical. We're doing something that's a major here. It's marketing. People are waiting 4 years just to graduate to look for an opportunity like this. Mark Zuckerberg didn't say, I'm going to graduate from Harvard and then start on Facebook. You saw an opportunity, grab it. That's what you got to do. I saw an opportunity, I grabbed it. And then this all became, at first, I'm not going to lie, this was all about the money. I wanted a lot of money. And then I met this kid named Tommy Gazzetti. Shout out to Tupac, he's on live stream right now. But this kid, he put $500 down, looked me straight into the eyes, and said, we gotta make this work. I have no more money. This kid lost his house to Hurricane Sandy. I'm from the Toms River area. That affected me. That's like, holy shit. I'm gonna stop worrying about myself. I'm gonna stop being selfish, and I'm gonna worry about, people in my business. Once I started doing that, I went from 0 to 300 in 2 months. Alright, so that's not average, but guys, I'm an average kid. With above average mindset and dream. That's all it really took. So I'm gonna leave you with a quick story. There's this guy, he had an idea, it's called Microsoft. He said, A, I'm gonna do it with my friends, and we're gonna make a lot of money, and we're gonna change the world. Or B, they're not gonna do it with it, and I'm still gonna do it anyway. See, that's the biggest thing. He's still gonna do it anyway. So he asked 5 friends, 3 said the first thing that you're going to hear a lot. It's too good to be true. The second one said, I don't have enough money. Guys, how many hours do you have in a day? 24, right? I have 24, 24, 24. It's what you do with that time. It's the decisions you take to make yourself better. So what I realized is that one said, too good to be true. Second said, I don't have enough time. And the next one said, I don't have enough money. Guys, like I said before, you can always get more money. You can ask 500 people for $1, but you can never get more time. What we just said, it doesn't matter. You have to take action right now. Tomorrow never comes. So, without, any further ado, this kid, AJ Palesta, I still learn from him. I enrolled him, and he's teaching me stuff every single day. He's at Diamond. We're at Diamond. You pick out a brand new Mercedes, Benz, or Beamer of your choice. So, really take to heart what this kid has to say, because he's going to blow your mind. All right, here he is.
Before I go any further, I'm definitely not going to blow your mind, so don't worry about that. I'm not going to get too much into the company because we have someone here who absolutely knows every, I want to say goddamn thing we're in, whatever, Ustream, but Tyler Small here, who ultimately that's why I'm here, him and Lukish. I'm going to get into my story real quick, guys. I was at Keene University. I don't know if you guys know about Keene University. It's East Coast, it's in Union, New Jersey. That place isn't for me, okay? I grew up in Brick Township, New Jersey. It's a small town, good people, It wasn't, I went to Union, and the standard of living is a lot lower. The way of life that they have over there, it's a lot different. It was something new for me. Okay, it was a lot of like, me, not you, not helping others. So it kind of struck me as like, okay, I don't really fit in. You know what I mean? I was going to school like not really interested in what these professors were teaching me. They were telling me, listen, you need to learn this algebraic equation. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Tell me what I'm looking for, or when am I going to use this in the real life? But that's what she told me. I don't know, I just know that you need to know it. Word for word coming from my professor. So that told me, wow, she doesn't care. Most influential people in your lives don't even care about, why they're doing it. They're there for a paycheck. So that struck me as like, I don't belong here, you know what I mean? This isn't for me. Every time I would come out of my dorm, it wouldn't even matter if it was sunny out. It felt like it was raining. It's because I didn't want to be there. How many people are in classes right now that they don't want to be in? Raise your hand. Now, how many people actually soak up the information that they're feeding you in a class that you are not interested in? Raise your hand. No one. No one does, because if you're not interested, if you don't want to be doing something, are you going to learn from that? Are you going to take that in? No. How many people play a sport that they love to play? Now, how many people train and try hard and learn and love to do that? I did too. I played soccer my whole life. That was my ambition, that was my passion. And actually, I never told myself I'd be a professional network marketer. Okay, I didn't. In fact, 3 months ago, I wouldn't be able to get in front of a crowd full of people and talk. But I looked at the numbers, I did my research, and I'm going to utilize this to open up my own soccer academy with my friends. Okay, to give people who didn't have that opportunity, they didn't have the money or the political pull to get in a position where they can be seen and go professional. Like in Europe, for example, Europeans, they don't have, big opportunity like groups like PDA and stuff like this where you need money to play. Now they go into the streets and they find people with talent and they say, okay, this kid's talented, let's mold him and give him the opportunity to become something great. Okay, so that's what I did, man. I started doing research and I found out some crazy, facts. And no one can argue facts, right? No one can argue how much money Lukish is making, no much, that we're making in general. But right now, there's 4,200 schools in America. Probably no one probably knew that, right? That's crazy. I thought there was like 11 when I first went to it's blown away. 12,000 college students average at each campus, not including the bigger schools like this. There is 30,000 kids doing this right now. Okay, that's 0.02% of the college population. That's crazy. And you'll know in network marketing, it's all about, timing in this business. This is called a ground floor opportunity. That's not including the 15 million students that come out of the high school into the college world every single year, or the 7 billion other people that live in this world. This is a global business. So after these facts, that I looked up and I researched, the fact that $70 million is spent, every day on energy drinks, and these energy drinks are killing people. Asbury Park Press article, which if you're from New Jersey, you know what that is, said Red Bull, Monster, Rockstar, 5-Hour Energy are killing people. Physician tested, they're killing people. Rockstar killed 12 people last year. Red Bull killed like 4. Granted, they snorted a lot of coke and drank a shit ton of them, but they still died. That's terrible. Why are we drinking this? Why are we spending our dollars into something that there's only a couple of things that you can do? You spend alcohol, that's going to kill you. Tobacco products, that will kill you as well. Why are we doing that? Let's get real. So I was like, wow, so much money being spent in this. First energy drink ever to be healthy. This is the healthiest thing that you can put in your body. Vima, for example, the name of this company stands for Vitamins, Essential Minerals, Mangosteen, and Aloe Vera. That's the sole basis in every product that they offer. BK Borrego, the founder of this company, lost his mom to cancer, his dad to heart disease, or vice versa. He's a genius. He took 2 ounces of that formula and put it into an energy drink. How many people you know drinking Rockstar, Red Bull, Monster, 5-Hour Energy, Starbucks? Ladies, you drink Starbucks? No bucks in Starbucks. Why are we drinking it, right? Come on. So I thought to myself, oh my God, I'm going to start making a list. I'm going to make a list of everyone I know that likes to be healthy, likes to make money, and likes to chill with their friends. I got like 50 people deep in this list, and I'm like, what am I doing? I don't know anyone that wakes up in the morning and says, I wish I was sick today. Do you? No. I don't know anyone that wakes up and says, I wish I was broke today, or had no friends. So I got on board. I started telling my friends about this. I personally enrolled 3 people, and now I have an active network of 102 people. My business just got into Bolivia. I don't know where Bolivia is. Seriously. But because I told someone who told someone who told someone that goes to Caldwell and plays soccer with a kid that's from Bolivia, he got excited. He told his aunts, uncles, cousins, sisters, brothers in Bolivia. Now they're all verved up, drinking Verve, becoming healthy and wealthy, and I'm getting paid for it. So this is something that we have never been attacked with. Yeah, Avon, Mary Kay, freaking Amway, billion-dollar companies, billion-dollar industries. Never attacked our demographic. How many people have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, MySpace if you still have one, Instagram, Pictogram, whatever that is? How many people are talking to 6 of their 7 friends before they eat lunch? How many people got out of class and said, yo, you trying to drink a beer? Yo, you're trying to, you want to hang out? All we did was said, yo, you got to come check out this opportunity that I'm going to get myself into. It's seriously changing and revolutionizing the way people get paid and live in America, in the world. How many people wake up and go, I got to go to class? Like that. How many people will say, wait, I got to go to class, I'm ready to go? How many people do that? Not many, right? I didn't, or I got to go to work. It's more like that. It's not, yes, I'm going to work, right? That's a sin. 77% of Americans hate what they do. Why are we living in a world that most people are doing things they don't want to do? Why is that? Because of mass media? Because of hearsay, people telling you, this is what you need to succeed. Go to school for this much of your life. Go work your butt off for 40 years of your life, retire at 72 years old off 40% of your income, enjoy this much, go to Europe one time, come back with, if you have a spouse, and then die on your couch. Go to your funeral, 10 people show up and go, that was a good man, that was a good woman. That sucks. No one wants to do that. And we have a 3 to 5 year program where you work hard with your friends, you get to choose your hours, choose who you want to work with and when you work, and never have to look at a price tag again. How many people want to do that? How many people right now live with a financial restriction? Every single person put your hands up. You want to go to the store, you got to pay for the gas. You want to go to your friend's house, you got to pay for something to get there. It doesn't matter. It sucks. It's called a monetary system. It's a modern form of slavery. Think about it. You're born into what? You're already controlled, because no matter what you do, you need that golden dollar, whatever. And that sucks. And now we're still in that older, like, you get a job and you have security, the employee, you get taxed 50% of whatever you do, now you're receiving the money that you earned. It doesn't work anymore. The dollar bill is no longer backed by the gold standard, but no one even knows about that. Yeah, in 1971, it's called a currency now. Meaning it's not worth anything. It's called inflation for a reason. They're printing money. Federal Reserve printing. We can't keep up with it. So we're trading there dime for dollars. As the value of the dollar goes down, and we think, oh, I'm going to invest in this. I'm going to put $1 million in the bank. It's going to, create 1.2 million after a couple of years. No, it doesn't matter. The value of the dollar went down. It's not worth the same amount. So we got to let our money work for us. It's called building assets. If I right now didn't want to work ever again, I couldn't stop it. I have kids on my team that call me every day and go, thank you so much for this opportunity to change my life. I will do this until I die. Think about that. I have kids that come up to me and say, thank you for... I had a parent, a mother, come up to me and say, you changed my son's life. How many people can honestly say that? How many people right now can say, I'm 21 years old, 22 years old, I own my own global business? Guess how much I had to pay? $500. Oh, that's a lot, dude, for a sweatshirt, a pair of shoes, a Gucci bag, whatever. For your own business, where you can now write off whatever you do, you want to drive? I drove 4.5 hours to come here because I wanted to chill with these guys. Like-minded individuals who have their head on their shoulders and they know where they're going. How many people do you know in this school, in this dorm, in your general vicinity, your area of life that know where they're going? I had no idea where I was going a couple months ago. Neither did my friends. We're like a chicken with no head running around like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm going to graduate with college debt, which is the #1 debt in America, surpassed credit card debts. With our foot in the holes, oh my God, how am I going to get money to pay for what I want to do? Well, guess what? Open your own business, get some passive income, create assets, and continue to do what you're doing. That's the whole thing. Okay, this is beautiful. It's a part-time thing where you put a couple hours in a day and you start to see power multiplication. You start to see your business grow, and then your income will match what you're doing in your JOB, Journey of the Broke. That's what that is. Living paycheck to pay liabilities. You get your money, you're like, okay, I gotta pay for this. I'm not gonna pay this bill, I'm gonna wait till next week, I'm gonna save so I can actually go out and have a drink with my friends and socialize. We are God's highest creations, correct? Why are we doing shit that we don't wanna do? That's a sin. If I wanted to wake up or become born, and thank you, Mom, for getting me on this planet, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna spend my whole life trying to fly like this. I couldn't do that, because if I needed to eat like human beings need to eat, I gotta pay for that. Think about that. Our government doesn't even like when people farm their own food anymore because we live in a world of profit. During the Great Depression, there was surplus crops easily given out to the people dying on the streets, dying, and they didn't give them out because they couldn't make a buck. So what this is not about Vima or Verve. It's not about an energy drink. It's about changing the mindset of human in general. Humanity, where are we going? You turn on the TV, what do you see? Get money, get paper, this, people are twerking. What's a twerk? Did you ever see that? Girls, what are we doing? Where are we going? Do we want this? I just saw a video of Rutgers, a big riot. Who saw that? Anyone see that? They're all happy, laughing, bottles are getting, couches are on fire. Think about what we're celebrating. What are we celebrating? Being broke? Having no hope? Obama just got in front of national television on CNN and said we're about to enter the next Great Depression. Average retiring age is 72 years old. How many people want to work till they're 72 years old? I don't. I want to retire for 70 years. I've had the happiest 3 months of my entire life, and no one will ever tell me not to do this. My mom, when I told my mom about this, she's like, you're an idiot. I'm like, okay, you don't know how to make money, you don't have what I want, so I'm not gonna listen to you. And then I stopped a $1,000 paycheck on her table and she's like, you're right, because I am. This is age of information, age of technology, guys. We now know what we need to know to get where we want to be. It's just people are so close-minded through mass media, through their friends who don't know where they're going, saying, it's not going to work. It's not going to work, this, that, and the other thing. Proof right here. We just need to open our minds, do our own research. Ask why. Ask yourself why you have done everything that you've done in your entire life. Why are you here? Why do you wake up and put your socks on first? Whatever it is. You either consciously made the decision to do that on your own, which 99% of people don't do, or someone told you that was the best way to do something, or you needed to do that. Well, I started asking why to a lot of things in my life. Okay? And then I started studying successful people. Donald Trump, J.P. Morgan, Warren Buffett. And then I did what they did. I invested in myself to invest in my future. I took responsibility to make my future better. And you know what I do to make my future better? I make your futures better. In what business world can you go around and put socks on cold feet, help others get what they want, and in return it helps you? None of you. I mean, none of it, whatever. Think about how many people go to school, graduate with a 3.6, whatever the case may be in your GPA, and then go try to get the same job. Millions around everywhere. You have to punch people in the face. You have to step on toes to get where you want. No, that's not the right thing to do. This is biblical. Look it up, it's in the Bible. The more people you help, the better your life will be. Just look it up, guys. We're here to help you get where you want to be. It's proven. You just got to take the time and effort to look it up or just find it in yourself. That's what education is. Adoku derives from within. So do it. All right, guys, thank you. My why factors, guys. If you're going to do something in life, you better have a strong why. Because a lot of people quit. You know what I tell myself when I get a no? Or someone feels like, or my team feels like, quit tomorrow. Quit tomorrow. You don't have to quit today. You can quit whenever you want, right? But guess what? Tomorrow never comes. And when you wake up, it's a new day. And you have the right head on your shoulders, and you're going to go forward. And when you have that strong line, your back's up against the wall, it's going to push you forward. You know what we did? I put my why factor. I want to retire my parents. You know, I want to build my own soccer house. I put it on my snooze button. You know why? You can't snooze that. You can't roll out of bed and go, I'm going to snooze retiring my mother. I'm not going to do it. So thanks, guys, for coming out. But I want to bring out the man of the hour, to be honest with you. Luke and Tyler. Tyler, come up.
Wow, I don't really know what else to say after that. I met this kid a few months ago, guys, and it's crazy to watch, people evolve. I just learned a lot from that, to be quite honest. So I'm gonna give it a go here. But I know we've been here for a little while now, and it's getting hot. I'm gonna keep this really, really short. I'm even gonna skip my story. But long story short, I was a freshman here, guys, last year at Penn State. So I got late to everyone in this room. I pledged a frat KDR. I was going through the motions, kind of, having a ball. Best 4 years of your life, or at least that's what we're told. It is what college is, and was having a great time. But looking back, was kind of going nowhere fast. I was doing engineering. I was doing well in school. Wasn't really retaining much. Thinking this degree, this would be my golden ticket to go. Getting a mechanical engineering job. I wanted to do cars. I was always my passion and all. But sat down actually with a buddy of mine I met last year on the dorms. I was in Stonehall. You guys, I don't know if any freshmen here. Who was just three rooms down from me. Kind of crazy. Had I not been placed there by chance, guys, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. Would have never met him. He would have never introduced this to me. I'd probably still be living in the frat house. KDR down here. You guys have probably been there. And just doing the same old thing. Right, so kind of crazy how one small thing has completely re-geared the entire course of my life. But, sat down with him. He's like, hey, listen, I've got this way we can make a lot of money. Met Luke Kish. It sounded too good to be true. Again, these guys have talked about it. I was skeptical. If you're not skeptical in the room, then something's wrong. You should be. Red flags go up. It's human nature, right? But don't be closed-minded, because your mind works best like a parachute when it's open, right? You can't go through life being closed-minded, because if every opportunity were too good to be true, what would be left? He talked about it, dude. Thomas Edison. It's crazy. It's insane to think that you can flip a switch and lights come on, right? But he didn't think so. So he pursued that. He believed in it. So now look what we have: electricity, crazy, revolutionary, right? Kind of like what we're doing. But guys, they've talked a lot about AJ, where he's at. That was really inspirational. He's really good at getting people fired up. I just want to talk really fundamentally, real quick, about how this actually works. And some of you on the couch are probably like, sounds really cool. I'm pretty excited. But what the hell do I do? A lot of people. That's how I was very analytical. people need to see numbers, things like that. So that's kind of what I'm going to help you guys understand. He talked briefly about the product, guys. Vima is the company. Vitamins, essential minerals, 65 plant source minerals. Mangosteen, it's a superfruit imported from Southeast Asia, really high in antioxidants. And then aloe vera. So this formula really, really healthy for you. Parents started the company. They were taking a 2-ounce shot of it daily, seeing really good health results. Increase your immune system, lower blood pressure, help joint control, eliminate free radical cells. If you guys are familiar with all that. So seeing really good results. But guys, show of hands, who wakes up every morning with breakfast? You take a 2-ounce shot of a liquid multivitamin. I'm hoping no hands go up. Cool. Exactly. So the product that they were working with in the beginning, not relevant to our demographic. He talked about the product being, Verve being, relevant now that it's a healthy energy drink, healthy alternative. I was already wasting money on 10 months ago. They put Vima in Verve. It's that simple. 80 milligrams, natural caffeine, purified water. So I saw a lot of potential in the product. I liked it a lot. I was still like, Verve tastes good, but this shit's a scam. I had to do my research. I spent 4 weeks trying to pick this thing apart, hitting it up every day with questions. I think, looking back, it helped me a lot because I kind of knew everything about Vima before I got involved and just hit the ground running, which if you guys are new, I encourage you to kind of spend a lot of time doing your research. We don't want to sign people up. We don't want people to come on, do nothing, and quit. If you're going to come into this thing and probably do nothing, probably don't do it at all. And I'm just real with you right off the bat. If you come into this business, don't do anything, you won't make any money. Right? People are giving false hopes in network marketing. Sometimes there's a bad taste in your mouth. It's a scammer. I heard that person didn't make money. And I'm like, well, if the compensation line system, the product, every single thing about this type of business is the same for everyone. If I suck and Luke makes a lot of money, dude, it's a direct reflection on my actions, right? You're the only thing left to go wrong. So I saw that. I've always felt like I've had a lot of potential, guys. I've always been really ambitious. Just know where to put it. Saw this as, like he said, the vehicle. It's not about a case. It's not about a can of Verve, guys. It's not about a case of energy drinks. It's simply our vehicle we can go and use to go and create wealth. So credibility, dude, if you're skeptical, I'm gonna run through this. Stay around, ask questions. You think it's a scam, a pyramid scheme, come up, talk to me, I'll help you break it down. I encourage that because I know I can answer your questions. But essentially, guys, this product, this orange can, this is what I'm holding here, was on the table on Dr. Oz's TV show. It's like, I'm Dr. Oz, he's recommending it, right? His boss is Oprah Winfrey. He's not gonna support an unhealthy product, one. And his boss being Oprah, Luke likes to say, she's not even a person, she's like a god. Isn't going to support something that's illegal. This is where a scam or a pyramid scheme means illegal in the US. Go look it up. Okay? We wouldn't be in our 8th year. We wouldn't be a $120 million health and wellness company going on $250 million this year. Okay? If this were something sketchy. You look at 3 professional sports teams have now made us our official drink. The Phoenix Suns, Coyotes, the company's based out of Scottsdale, Arizona, being right there. And the Charlotte Bobcats, yeah, they suck, but their owner's Michael Jordan. Who's a big name, you guys, he endorses Vima Verve. So, lastly, guys, accreditation with the Better Business Bureau. You look at the IRS, the government, they tax us on our income. If this was like drug dealing, which is clearly illegal, we're not taxed on that. You know what I mean? So we're taxed on our income, we're gonna file taxes. Yeah, it sucks, but that's credibility, I think, enough for anyone in here that's skeptical. Whether you guys, believe it or not, like as someone said, you can't contest facts. Guys, it's happening. If it's not for you, no hard feelings. Do we genuinely mean that? It's not for everyone. Most of my best friends from high school still think I'm crazy. I'll share with you my numbers in a second, but they're like, yeah, that thing's gonna fizzle out. And it's okay, dude. There's enough people out there, you just kind of sort through your social networks to find a few like-minded ones. But how does it work? It's pretty simple, guys. Network marketing, the company's taking the $900 million that Red Bull spends on advertisement. That's only almost $1 billion a year. And companies in this industry, they're taking those dollars, they're paying them out to their customer base. People like us that are not only consumers of the product, I buy 2 cases of Verve monthly. It's 48 cans. I drink 1, sometimes 2, 3 a day even. Probably drink all my own product, which I shouldn't. I should continue to hand them out to people. But 1 a day, in theory, you have 18 cans to share with other people, right? It's pretty simple. So it's word of mouth marketing, guys. Red Bull spends a lot of money to pay Sean White to wear a sticker on his helmet that says Red Bull. You guys, anyone in a frat here, you probably see the Red Bull car come around. They're throwing Verve out, right? They pay for all this shit, advertising, retail space, things like that. These companies, they save those dollars, they pay it out to us, seeing as to how powerful word of mouth is. Guys, we have Netflix, DVR, all that shit. We don't watch commercials anymore. When's the last time you saw a billboard and you're like, oh, let me go check that product out in the store? No, dude, I'm on my phone, shouldn't admit this, more than I'm, looking at a billboard driving down the road. Dude, so everything is times are changing, social media, all that, word of mouth is so powerful. Companies in this industry, they attack that. Okay, so you look at, how does it work? Say I have my business. It's tylersmall.vima.com. It's not a retail product. It's bought through online purchases, just like Amazon. If anyone has ever made a purchase on Amazon. And it's not advertised on a billboard to get through us. So my buddy Jesse Clower over here, he's from Long Island, car qualified second month. Maybe if there's, I know we're not trying to keep it too long, he can share his story. But I introduced him to Verve. He's never heard of it, guys, because you can only be introduced to this through a friend, right? Say he loves it. He just wants to chug Verve all day. He's lazy, just doesn't want to do business. Great, he could go to my website, buy as much as he wants. Maybe he wants to buy the protein. You know, there's probably some people here that, you know, do the gym every day. We've got a really good protein line. Chris Powell helped engineer that. He's like extreme maker, weight loss guy. There's a weight loss line, there's a kids multivitamin, etc. Your mom and dad, your aunt, your uncle, whoever, they can go buy as much product as they want as a customer. Okay, you find 3 customers buying monthly, guess what? Vima's gonna pay for your monthly order to build your business. So you're building your Vima business for no cost. Where else in the world can you go and do that? You know, his numbers are scary. Imagine if he was building that type of income with no expenses. That's what this can do for you. But guys, the power in this is obviously in our networks, network marketing. So say I introduce Jesse to the product, he really likes it, but sees the potential in the business, wants to make money with it. All right, I'm like, yeah, I can enroll you, dude. We can work together. We can build this team. He's gonna buy product from you just the same, except he's then left with his website, jesseclower.vima.com. If I enroll him, he can make more money than me. You gotta understand that. Guys, there was a long time, I'm in Luke's business where I made a lot more money than him. Yeah, he's caught up, which I don't like to admit. But you know, it's kind of friendly competition, right? So it doesn't matter where you are, who you are, dude. You know, tall, skinny, fat, whoever, black, white, dude. Anyone can do this, and it doesn't matter where you are, when you come in, you can make as much money as you want. That's what's important to understand. Right? So I bring Jesse Clower in. The power in it is, say he's got a cousin in Texas at a big ass school that's got, you know, fat connections. I would have never met that kid, but through Jesse, say that kid in Texas gets excited, he goes through Jesse, buys product through Jesse, you know, and that network blows up. I get compensated for all that. So the power is in not who you know, but who they know, who they know, who they know. He touched on his numbers, 20, you know, turned into 10 people quitting everything in life, that's okay. I've introduced this to 14 people in 10 months, that's less than 1.5 people a month. Nothing outrageous, guys. You all have 500 to 1,000 friends on Facebook. But like you said, all want to be healthy and wealthy, as corny as that sounds. You know, 14 people, 10 months, half quit, 8 quit, 6 people I've worked with. Some of them, you know, my buddy Rex back here, he's a Penn State wrestler. You guys know, you know, they're very good wrestling. He really likes their products. You know, introduce yourself. He'll share his story. 6 people I've worked with, guys, have turned into over 1,800. I think this month I'll break 2,000 active people, which correlates with orders, clearly. Whether that's my dad buying protein, or Ben buying product to build his business. Joe Schmo's got a pizza shop downtown State College who's selling Verve out of the shop. Whatever the intention is, dude, I've worked to increase their revenue. So they take, you know, a portion of it back and they pay me. And it all comes back to our compensation plan. There's a ton of shit online. We don't want to get into too fine detail, you know, and you know, bore you guys. But you know, 3 weeks ago I hit the rank of presidential, which is by the title over 100 grand a year. You know, I'm really not that special at all. These guys will all tell you that, you know, not at all. I just saw it, what was possible, and got really excited. I think next month I'll hit ambassador, which is closer to about $250,000, guys, like 5-6 grand a week. And then if you take anything from this thing, know that it's working. And I think, you know, it's pretty evident with all these stories you've heard. But real quick, how to get involved, and I want to just end it off with my buddy Zach, who's kind of running the other team out here, just to hear his 2-minute story. I promise we'll wrap up. But guys, you just buy a product. You can buy 2 cases, is what you're buying monthly to stay active in a business. 48 cans, okay? It's like $150, that includes shipping, so it's like $280 a can. It's a little bit more than Red Bull. Why? It's a lot better. You guys go out tonight, you party, you're going to buy Corona. It's going to be a lot more expensive than Natty, right? Better product. So you can buy the 2 cases to start, but if something's clicking, dude, I would really recommend the builder pack, the way that all of us started. Why? It sets you up for success. It's 7 cases, Verve at discount, it's $500. He talked about it. I can start my global business for $500 with a business expense of 2 cases of product monthly. So the $500 gives you the frenzy bonus. Just says for every 3 of your friends you enroll within a week, you can make up to $700 depending on how they come in. You don't have to do it; it's just a front-ended option. Pretty cool. A lot of these guys have done it. Great way to make your money back in the beginning. But also the car bonus, which is sick, guys. You get a rank called Diamond. These guys are talking about, they're all diamonds. They can all get a brand new car. Everyone up here, which is cool. You're at a level called Diamond. It's like 100 orders going out. Vima's going to give you an extra $400 a month to go pick out a brand new BMW or Mercedes or Mini Cooper, an orange Mini Cooper if that floats your boat, and help you with the payment on that. Monthly, guys. So what's going to happen when you have a brand new car and a nice-ass car with Vima logos down the side of it? You roll up to your hometown in the summer, all your friends are like, oh, it's a scam. What are they going to say? Again, you can't contest facts, guys. My car's sitting outside. We've got to run here at 7 o'clock to a meeting out at Susquehanna. You guys are more than welcome to walk out and see it. Maybe take a picture. Your skeptical roommate who's calling you crazy. Go home and show it to him. You know, we'll get a picture with it. So it's really, really exciting stuff, guys. You know, just understand what you've stumbled in on. You know, I'm sure, hopefully, it's bigger than what you had pictured. And again, thanks a lot for coming out. So real quick, okay, we're just gonna cut it just because I know you guys have been here. You know, but again, Zach, Ben, these guys are destroying it.
Just know our faces, because whether or not people, you know what I'm saying, like, we're not here to obviously make anybody join, but just know that me and Ben are taking over the school with anybody that wants to do it. So everybody lock arms with us, obviously, and just see this, know it's happening. We're having meetings like this all the time now. So if it's not you, it's somebody else. But you know, I'm gonna get my car next week. He's getting a car. It's gonna be crazy. 4 months from now, when we come back, I don't even want to know how many BMWs are gonna be at Penn State, but it's reality.
He's just right, guys.
And one last thing, I actually have the paperwork done, ready to go by next semester to make this an official club at Penn State, sponsored by the school. So think about when that happens, how big this is gonna
Yeah,
get.
Michigan State's already got
And
it.
then lastly, don't leave here excited and talk to your friends, you know, whoever, that literally have no idea how to make money when it comes to anything at all. You take advice from someone who's broke on how to make money, it's gonna be bad advice. Go home, you have your own mind, you have your own thoughts, go on Google, do your research, man, do your homework. And then lastly, understand, you know, I can't emphasize this enough, we're here to help you. We have a vested interest and we're already doing it. You know, so we can give you the workout plan to make this thing happen. It's a simple concept. If you work, it will work, and the more you work, it works. So thanks. Connect with us all on Facebook, Lucas, Tyler, Small, AJ. But Rafi, Ben, it'll raise your belief level. It's like collages of this shit happening all over the country. Dude, let's take Penn State over because this thing's gonna be fucking big. Thank you.